This is Soph,
This is Rich.
and we are from across.
Across the pond. I don't know why I got a fit of the giggles right then.
I don't know either, but I got a pain in my stomach for
Well, that's what
rushing.
happens for rushing to stuff your face before we go live. I ain't got no sympathy for you because I'm hungry. And you were just merrily there. No care for anybody apart from yourself with your blooming, I don't know, dip that you had, spinach dip or whatever you had with your blooming Pringles.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
It was delicious.
Yo, did you know it's International Friendship Day today?
Really?
Yes, I didn't know either until Snapchat just sent me a message about 10 minutes ago. Happy International Friendship Day across the pond.
Happily International Friendship Day.
And I would just like to say, Happy International Friend Day to all our subscribers. We've had some new ones recently. So we'd like to say welcome to the new ones. Happy Friendship Day to all of them. Glad the old ones are still with us. And if you are not and you're here for the first time, click that subscribe button.
Yes, and like us.
It is the most fun you will have with your clothes on watching our show. And you know what? If you want to watch it naked, that's your business. We ain't going to be mad at you.
On it like a car bonnet.
Exactamundo. That is the flavor I savor, my neighbor.
Look at you. Savor my neighbor. I'm sorry, I'm putting my phone on silent. It started.
Anyway, are you okay?
I am great. How are you?
I'm all right.
That's great.
It's been a bit of a rush today, but now I'm on the now I finally sat down. I'm on the come down.
How was your week?
The week's actually gone really quickly. Can I just say, it was my mum's birthday at the beginning of the week, so I wanted to say happy birthday, Mother.
Happy belated, Miss Dot.
It was her birthday on Tuesday, and I don't think she'd mind me saying that she was 60 because she said it herself. So
she looks good. She looks good for 60.
Hopefully, I got them genes.
Yeah, she looks good for 60. Yeah,
I know.
Don't be ashamed.
Happy birthday to my mother. So yeah, actually in the week on the Wednesday, I met up with my mother. We went to a little town, had coffee and a sausage roll. Yeah, it's like sausage in a pastry, like it's called a sausage roll.
Like corn dog?
No, it's not the same. It's like puff pastry, like flaky pastry.
They have was it like a maple sausage? Like a breakfast sausage?
No, it was like a sausage.
A sponge sausage?
No, I can't even send you one because it'll probably go off by the time it floats over there. Yeah, so we went for some lunch, had a look around a couple of shops, went to a posh cake shop and had a little cake each. Someone's beeping, can you hear that? What else did I do? Did work. I've worked a lot, not tidied up, but sorted stuff in the house, that needed to be sorted. I've tried to fizzle out some of Alfie's old toys that he doesn't really play with anymore while he hasn't been here. Because I find when he's here, I think, right, let's get rid of some of these toys because you've got way too many. Right. And I think to myself, I won't even say it out loud. I'll think to myself, you haven't played with that Paw Patrol tower for months. I'm going to sell that. And either that day or the next day, randomly you'll get it out. And I'm like, really? Now I can't get rid of that because you've decided you wanted to start playing with it. So this week while he's here, I've sifted a couple of things out. But can I just say, as soon as I'm sifting them out, my dad is sending them through the mail back in. So I've literally got rid of a couple of items. And then yesterday there was a knock at the door and a box full of cars arrived. So as quick as they're going out, they're coming back in. And let's not get it twisted. I ain't mad at you, Dad. I'm just saying. Yeah.
We ain't mad at you, Pops.
No. So apart from that, and I worked with my mum today.
That sounds like a busy week for it to be going so fast.
I know, but don't you find that when it's busy, that's when it goes fast? I find one of two things happen. When it's busy, the week flies by. When you've got nothing to do, you spend so much time thinking, oh, what shall I do with myself? Shall I do this? What shall I do? When you finally find something, the week's gone.
That is so true.
Mm-hmm.
My week was very busy. I forgot today was Friday. That's how busy it was. And then I've been working on my book. Um,
Talking of your book, do you want to share with people why you were so eggy last week, or are you not in that frame of mind yet?
oh no, I had 63 pages finished on the book and only had 5 pages left to do. I don't know what I did, but I closed my laptop. It was like a week or so later. I said, you know what? I'm going to do these 5 pages, get this ball rolling, get it finished up. I opened up the laptop and all 63 pages were gone.
And I'm not laughing. I'm only laughing because I've never seen you so eggy in my life. Like before we came on the show, I was like, "You okay?" No. And I was like, "What's wrong with you?" "I don't want to talk about it." And I was like, "Oh, you've got to say." So you told me, and I was like, "Okay, what about?" And you were just like, "I said I don't want to talk about it." And I was like,
Yeah, I was eggy. I'm over it now because it's not the simple. It's not the fact of. It's just a simple fact of the matter of having to.
I know, but
Time. It's just the time.
I'm very much, there's always got to be a positive in every situation, right? So I was saying to you, oh my God, look on the bright side. It's just removed from your computer. You've still got the hard copy. You just got to type it up again. Yeah, that's not helping.
Yeah, it
Okay.
wasn't at the time. But yeah, so I'm working on it. So instead of having 5 left, I got 20. So it's an even number. So we're good.
Let's just say that the ones that you typed up before had loads of grammatical errors and loads of spelling mistakes. That's why they disappeared. So it's no big deal.
Probably not. But
You'll never know.
we
You
will
will never
never, we will
know.
never know. And then the Olympics is on. So I
Are you
have been
skipping? Are you
watching that.
skipping to the news now?
Yeah. I'm jumping right into the news.
Go
The
in, dive
Olympics is
in.
on. The
Britain won
Olympics
gold
is
in the
on. So that's
diving, by
that's
the
part of
way.
my week though. That's part of my week though. I've been watching the Olympics. Have you been watching
Britain
any
won
of the
gold in
Olympics?
the diving Olympics. Did you see that? Tom Daley and his partner, the
No,
boys.
I missed that. I work, but I missed that. But I did watch some track and field, and I did watch some swimming, the backstroke, which I happen to like because I don't know how to do it. So when I watch
Really?
people do it, I'm fascinated.
It's not difficult. I mean, I've had it on and off, but when I was working with my mum earlier, she had it on the telly. And remember when we first talked about it and we were saying, what do we watch? It was, I don't know, 10 million meters, and they were just running round and round. And I said to her, here's the boring one, a bunch of like 20 women. I
Yeah.
mean,
And then there were some ones that I've never even seen before. Like there's this one that I watched where it looked like a handball and it was a girls and it looked like they should have been playing soccer, but it was a ball about this big and they were passing it back and forth and then they were like launching it.
oh, that's rugby. That was on today, right?
Is that female rugby?
Yeah. Yeah, that was. I
Really?
watched some of that today. Yeah, England girls were playing. My mum was trying to clean at the same time, and I could hear her saying, "You're gonna have to score, girls. If you want to get to the next stage, you're gonna have to score."
But the ball was like this big. It wasn't like a football. It was like this
Yeah,
big. And it
like,
was like
yeah.
indoor, but it was indoor. Was it indoor?
I'm gonna have to ask her. I really wasn't paying that much attention.
Oh,
Maybe it was indoor because it was raining. Who knows?
hey, and then I watched badminton, which I didn't know badminton was an Olympic sport.
Badminton, yeah.
And I was just blown away by some of this stuff that I'm watching. I'm
Can
like,
I
yeah,
just say, I can't believe that after all this time that we've, been talking and doing the show, I still sometimes have to stop and think, what did you just say? Like when you said badminton, I was thinking, what did he say? And we did a clip for our anyone who follows us on socials. We do this thing every now and then where we have 10 to 12 words that we say differently. And this we do like this is how you say it across the pond. And you said yogurt the other day, right? That was one of them. And I said, yogurt? Like, because it sounded to me like you said yoga. And I was like, that wasn't on the list. Why is he saying yoga? And right at the last minute, it clicked. And I was like, oh, yogurt.
yeah.
Because you say yoga. So yeah, when you said badminton, then you threw me off for a second because I was like, shit.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was. I thought that was like a backyard game. I didn't know that was like an actual Olympic sport.
Hmm.
And ping pong, which I knew that was an Olympic sport.
Yeah. I'm good at ping pong. Just whack the ball and see where it goes.
That, sure.
Get it
We'll
over
just
the
do
little
it.
fence and you're in.
Go for it. Also, so what did you, so you said
What
you
did you,
watched
did you,
some
what
Olympics?
did you, it, it was on in the background while I was doing stuff. If I watched it, I would be lying. It was just on like background noise. I did watch a bit of the rugby earlier and a bit of the. I didn't even watch a bit of the running. I looked
I
up.
think most of them are semifinals just to get into like the main event. That's what I think I'm watching. A lot of the
Most of it has been like
semifinals.
I've been hearing it on the radio, and they've been saying, "Oh yeah, make sure you tune in later to see it. It's going to be on at 2 o'clock in the morning." And I'm like, "No, thank you."
Never that 2 o'clock.
Listen, I like my sleep too much to be getting up at 2 o'clock in the
Oh,
morning
I
for
have a
the
hard time
Olympics.
sleeping, so staying up just to watch somebody run around in a circle, I don't know.
Nah,
Even though I do like track and field, I'm hoping to catch some boxing. That's what I
I
want to see.
know, right? In
I
fact,
guess that's later on.
I haven't heard that mentioned once in all the radio or TV things when they harp on about gold, this, that, the other, blah, blah, blah. That's
Not
our
in depth.
part. That's how long's it got left on the Olympics?
I think like another week.
Okay, well, that's our task. Next week, you got to come back and tell me how many golds the USA got, and I'll tell you how many golds UK got.
I think we got 14 goals right now.
Couldn't tell you how
We're
many.
leading in medals. I know that for a fact.
Did you know?
We're leading in gold. We're leading in medals, but we got 14 gold medals.
Okay, if you're leading in medals, let's just say you had 20, so you're leading in medals, but only 2 of them are gold, the rest are bronze. And we've got 15 medals, 10 of ours are gold, and 5 of ours are bronze. Clearly, we're doing better than you. I'm just saying as an analogy.
Well, yeah, but they're talking about medals as a whole, like
Yeah,
gold,
you just said
silver,
you're leading in the medals, but
like in all medals total.
yeah, that's what I
We
mean.
got
But
like
if somebody else has got more gold medals than you got gold, surely they're better.
better. Probably so as far as gold medals is concerned, but medals overall, we're leading.
Listen, I ain't competing in anything unless I get gold. It's gold for me all the way. All right, fun Friday.
Yes,
We've decided to do.
I'm pulling out my notes.
Did you know? Dun, dun, dun. Now we've had 5. We had a discussion in our Wednesday meeting. This was going to be our topic, but we then changed it up and said let's pick 5 each. Did you knows, right? Now you messaged me yesterday saying I finally got my 5. Can you tell me yours in case we've got the same one?
No, I
No.
did not. I did not say that. See,
Okay,
that's what
but you
happens.
said what if we got the same one?
No, I did not say that. See, that's what happens when you just be glancing at my texts.
I'm gonna let me
But I said I got my 5. I also did 2 extra
just in case we have the same
the
one.
same ones. So there you
Now,
have it. I didn't say
I
anything
will
about.
be thoroughly shocked and surprised if we have any of the same ones. If we don't, you can tell us your 2 bonus ones at the end.
Okay, that'll work.
But that means you get to go first then, because you've decided to go above and beyond and have extra.
No, ladies first. That's how it rolls.
Fine. I don't agree with it, but I'll go.
Ladies first. Go for it.
Now, let's just clarify. This could be on anything.
This can be on anything.
Whatsoever.
It's useless information. It can be on anything.
Correct. Now, this first, did you know, is stuck in my brain. Let me think. When did I start working at Virgin? It's like nearly 20 years, right? Did you know a mosquito has got 47 teeth?
A mosquito has 47 teeth.
Yeah.
Heck no, I didn't know that.
And
that's
you know how I
disgusting.
know that is because when I started at Virgin, you had to do 2 weeks worth of training. And the trainer was a bit of a comedian, well, he thought he was a comedian. He was a nice guy, Paul Brennan. He liked to think of himself as a bit of a comedian. But I remember him saying at the beginning, listen, You'll probably think the training's really boring. Take notes when you can. Da 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 da. And if you remember nothing else from this training, always remember a mosquito has got 47 teeth. And everyone was like, "Why?" And he went, "Just a useless bit of information I'm going to give you." And that is probably the only thing that's stuck in my brain from 2 weeks worth of training.
That mosquitoes have 47 teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Girl. All right, I got a weird one.
Okay.
It says, did you know that the chicken and the ostrich are the closest living relative of the Tyrannosaurus Rex?
Really?
Yeah.
Tyrannosaurus Rex, that's the one that's
Big.
always angry, right?
Right.
The one in Jurassic Park that comes through and starts in
Yeah.
the
They are
Hoojit-Maboblet.
the closest living relatives to the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
See,
Chicken
now
and
I
an
think my
ostrich.
mum will disagree with you because when we had the chat, I said to her in the week, "Oh yeah, we're doing the show on Did You Know?" And I'm going to try and get some different ones. And she was like, "Oh, here's one. Did you know that the kimono dragon is the only living relative to a dinosaur like that's still alive now?" And I'm like,
It-
"Mum, that's boring. I ain't going to say that." So she would debate your chicken ostrich theory, I reckon.
well, it's it's in
But
there.
how are
If you
they
put
even
the time.
related? Is it like their brother's cousin's mum's dog twice removed, aunt, sister's
I
brother?
I couldn't tell you. It's useless information. I couldn't
When,
tell
when
you.
you when you come with facts, you're supposed to at least have information. You can't just drop a bomb and then be like, "Well, I don't know." That's like telling a joke and not knowing the punchline.
Well, you didn't even know anything about the mosquitoes with 47 teeth. You just
What?
known
You didn't
that from
ask me
someone who
anything
told
about
you.
it. They suck.
Exactly. Next.
Okay, this is from literally one end of the scale to the other. It's just going all over the gaff. Or shall I mix it up? Okay, I'm going to mix it up actually because like we're big foodies, so some of mine are about food. I ain't going to lie.
Okay.
But can I ask, over that side of the pond, do you have prawn cocktail flavor crisps, chips, whatever you want to call them?
No.
Okay, do you know what a prawn cocktail is?
A prune?
Prawn,
A
like
prawn?
seafood. Yeah,
Was it?
like
Ain't it some type of shrimp?
yeah, they look the same. They're probably cousins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so over here they're called
Shrimp
prawns.
flavored chips. No.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well we have them here. They're called prawn cocktail. Did you know? So it's obviously more of a this side of the pond thing if you don't have prawn cocktail crisps. But hey, it's across the pond. Did you know that in prawn cocktail flavored crisps, there's actually zero prawn whatsoever? The flavoring comes from tomato ketchup.
I can believe that. I
But don't
totally
you think that's
believe
false advertising? Here's fish flavored crisps. Well, there's zero fish in there whatsoever. It's tomato ketchup.
y'all still eating it. So
Well, I don't like fish personally, but even though I do like prawn cocktail crisps, but that will be because there's no fish in there.
no fish in there.
No, I think that's false advertising though. But yeah, I'm
All
gonna have
right.
to send you some prawn cocktail. Don't you have skips?
No.
Oh my god, they're delicious.
And you know what? I hate to say this, we were talking about food here.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, I was talking about you yesterday about chips because you know how I sent you some Middlesworth and you were like, "Oh, I
Crisps.
like this,
Yeah.
the crisp." I was telling someone that you guys have the weirdest flavors of chips I've ever heard of.
I'm gonna.
Like beef
I'm.
flavored crisp.
We have Worcester sauce flavor. Do you have Worcester sauce there?
We have Worcestershire sauce. Yeah.
Do you want? It's crisps.
No, just the
Okay, this is what
sauce.
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send you a care package of the strangest flavor crisps. Skips. They're prawn cocktail flavor, but they're like little round shell shapes and they melt on your tongue. Oh, divine. But I'm gonna send you Worcester sauce flavor prawn cocktail. I already sent you beef, even though they popped in the box. Did you ever eat the McCoys?
You talking about the what were they again?
The
I've
steak,
tried
the
so
steak
much.
flavor.
The steak flavored now.
You've still got them downstairs?
Yes, I have them right here.
Really? Let's see. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm so excited about that.
Hold on.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Yeah, I have them right here.
Let's see. I'm chucking you under the bus. Open them bad boys and taste one. Let's go.
They're
Anybody
flame
use
grilled
anybody?
steak.
Steak McCoys are the
All right,
bomb.
I'm gonna try them right now. Hold on.
Steak McCoys are the bomb. They do cheese ones as well, and they're really cheesy and really strong flavor. But steak, man, you gotta love it.
Smells like dog food. It tastes like a dry piece of meat.
All right. They're man crisps, McCoys. That's how we roll, chucking you under that bus on the spot.
I tried them. They ain't bad.
Okay.
It just tastes like dry. It tastes like dry meat.
I love them.
Huh.
They don't love me though. They stick to your hips. Okay, you're up.
All right. Did you know there's only 4 words in the English language which ends in dos?
The ends in what?
Dos.
Spell it.
Dos. D-O-U-S.
D-O-U-S. Okay.
Do you know what those 4 words are?
Ridiculous. Oh no, there's no D there. No.
Tremendous.
Ooh.
Horrendous. Stupendous. And hazardous.
Is stupendous actually a word?
Yes.
Is it in the dictionary?
It's part of the English language. Yes.
Stupendous. That's something like Mary Poppins came up with.
Look it up. Throwing you under the bus. Look
You
up
wait till next time I play Scrabble. I'm going to chuck that under there. Stupendous. It is a word.
I bet you these will probably taste good with my spinach dip.
Oh, they do. You need a dip. I'm going to send you some cheese ones after if you want. They're nice and strong.
Woo!
Don't ever get plain ones. They're just boring.
I can't get the taste out of my mouth now.
You wait till later when you're at work later when you burp, it's going to repeat on you and you're going to be like, oh yeah, them chips.
All right, you next.
Okay, totally going off of food. Did you know? Now this is actually quite a good fact, and in a way, it's quite sad. Because did you know the average 4-year-old laughs 300 times a day, but the average 40-year-old only laughs 4 times a day. So that says the older you get, the more miserable you get.
Or the more serious you get. I don't know.
Well, I know I ain't 40 quite yet. I've still got.
Well, I know if you're a baby, you probably think everything is funny because you don't even know the difference.
But I know I've still got 5 months before I'm 40. But I like to think I laugh more than 4 times a day. I know it's only average, but there must be some miserable fudges out there.
I'm trying to think if I laugh more. No, I don't think so.
Really? Bar humbug, jeez.
Hey man, I'm on a grind here.
Yeah, but when it averages out, when you're on our show, you've definitely laughed more than 4 times today. So if you then average that out, maybe it's 4 times a day.
It could be. I don't know. I ain't really counted my laughs. So I don't know. I don't know.
There's number 6. I just
All right, now this is for you right here.
Me? Oh God, okay.
This is Alaska is the only state whose name is on one row on a keyboard.
It's the middle one. I mean, I'm not a cheat, but why would you ask me that when we're doing this on my laptop? So it's literally right there.
I know, because you type way faster than I do, and I know you do. So
in all fairness, I would get that anyway. When Alfie likes to watch game shows on the telly, you know, like Mastermind or The Chase or whatever, where they ask questions, when they say what letter is next to S on the keyboard or where is, I always know it. I could type by looking forward rather than looking down. So I would have known it anyway, but
that's why I said it was for you.
Yeah, well, all I'm going to say is I feel like that was a bit of a flop one. So I'm glad you've got 2 in reserve to try and pull it back.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going back to food. How much, or did you know how much the most expensive hamburger is in the world? It's called the Absolutely Ridiculous Burger.
I heard that somewhere, though.
Okay, let me tell you what it consists of, and then you can try and guess how much you think it costs, okay? Hold the line, caller, because I've just pressed that. It's gone off the screen. Here we go. So, of all places, obviously, it's only in the USA, in Michigan. Let's be fair, it's not going to be anywhere else. So, it is made of 30 pounds of bacon, 30 pounds of tomato, 36 pounds of cheese, 15 pounds of lettuce. Making the huge burger takes 22 hours. It contains no less than 540,000 calories. It takes 3 men to lift it. And where is it? It weighs 338 pounds in weight. So
that's a waste of food.
Yeah, but let's be honest. There's no way one person is going to be able to eat that on their own, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so guess how much it costs? This is with no sides, by the way, so you don't get fries, a salad, side salad.
10,000.
$1,999.
1,000 what?
$1,999. So basically $2,000. You get $1 back change.
Oh. Okay. What did you know? Honey is the only food that doesn't spoil.
What do you mean spoil?
Like get
go
rot.
off.
Yeah, go off. Get rotten. Taste nasty.
Really? Because when you have it in a jar, sometimes it goes hard and funny.
It's the only food in the world that does not spoil. Honey.
I'm going to have to ask my mom that, because I'm sure she would say that there's other condiments that don't do that.
Honey's the only one.
I don't like honey, do you?
I love honey.
Really?
Especially in my tea. On some toast.
Oh, God, no. I mean, I could stomach it in tea if I had to. And I like honey
itself.
I like honey mustard dressing on a salad, but there's no way I'd be smearing it on toast or anything like that. Ugh.
Oh, yes.
Do you have honey
on chicken nuggets?
Oh, grim. Do you have honey in a jar that's smooth, or do you have it with the funny hoop shape? You know, like when it comes straight out of the hive and it's all together in a
cone. A cone.
Yeah, that's the technical term. Do you have the honey cone or honey in like squeezable honey?
I got the squeezable honey. It looks like a teddy bear.
Yeah, but do you like the one in the cone that's hard?
Yes.
Ooh.
It tastes good. It's all natural. It's all natural.
Okay, now my last one. Not my last one, because obviously we had 5 each, but you've got a couple more. My last one is actually for the show.
Okay.
Did you know where Across the Pond comes from?
The saying across the pond comes from? No, I do not. It comes from me. I thought it up.
No, it comes actually from the UK. Because across the pond, they are referring to the Atlantic Ocean. So the United States is on the opposite side. So because there's no contact between the two apart from the Atlantic Ocean, they say across the pond because they thought it would be humorous. So like somebody at some point said, "Oh, I'm flying across the pond."
Oh.
So I think you'll find it came from me. Another beautiful invention from the United Kingdom. Thank you, UK.
No, you didn't. All right, here goes one. This is kind of like a science one.
I'm not going to lie. I hope yours are a little bit better, these last 3. Carry on.
Did you know a cubic inch of human bone can bear the weight of 5 standard pickup trucks?
An inch of bone.
A cubic inch, yes.
So if I had a square of bone and put it on the floor, I could stand 5 trucks on it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why do they break so easily then? Like, how can people break their bones so easily if it's that strong? Go on, say it. I don't know.
Why do you ask me these questions?
Why do you say, did you know, without having the answers?
Because it's useless information.
Okay, well, whenever I attend a pub quiz, I'm going to remember that.
Especially Uncle Fester's game night.
Exactly right. Come on, man. Okay, next. You got 2 more left. This is 2 bonus ones for.
I got 2 bonus ones that were just silly. Did you know that you can't tickle yourself?
You can't tickle yourself. Yeah, I know. If I go like that, I can. It doesn't do anything. But if you was to do it or somebody else was to do it, I'd probably be laughing.
Yeah.
Wonder why that is.
I guess because you know your body and you just know you can't tickle.
Yeah, but if I got my foot here and I tickle it like this, it's not ticklish. But if you was to do that, it would be ticklish.
Yeah. Weird. Right?
So
useless information.
It's not a case of you know your body, because I'll be touching it in exactly the same place that someone else would, and it's still ticklish. Weird. Word. That was a good one. That's your best one so far.
That's my 3rd laugh right there. Now the last one is silly too. Did you know that it is impossible to lick your elbow?
I've seen. Well, yeah, because you can't.
I knew you were going to do that because you know why? As I was looking up my useless information,
you tried it yourself.
I tried it myself.
You know what? It's a natural instinct for people to do that. If you tell somebody you can't do something, straight away they're going to try and do it.
And I was at work. I was like this at work.
Did you manage to do it?
No.
Can you touch your nose with your tongue?
No. As big as my nose is, it ain't happening.
Yeah, but you just got to touch like here.
Ain't happening. Tried it. See? Can't. There goes your useless. What did you know?
Did you know? And you know what? I ain't going to lie. I didn't actually know any of yours.
I didn't know any of yours either. So that worked out.
This is what I was going to say actually at the beginning of the show. Although it's Fun Friday, it should have been Fun Fact Friday, because I feel like it's been very educational.
Well, I didn't want it to be too silly. I mean, you got me eating dried steak flavored chips.
Yeah, but they're nice.
I guess. They're not my favorite.
Well, no, I didn't say there was a favorite. I mean, it's annoying that the beef.
I wouldn't run out and get them.
It's annoying that the beef Monster Munch popped in the box and Philly ended up eating them because they're nice too.
Philly destroyed them.
Because they're delicious. It's a shame that you didn't have one.
Ooh, for me.
So you could compare the different beef flavors and textures.
I was just talking about that last night. I was like, they have chips over there, crisp, so to speak, of weird flavors I've never heard of. Never heard of.
Do you have onion ring crisps?
What?
Do you have onion ring crisps?
Yeah, we have onion rings.
I love them. Had some of them the other day.
Y'all have pork rinds?
Pork scratchings, we call them.
Y'all call them pork what?
Pork scratchings. Me and my dad love them.
Pork scratchings. Oh. All right.
Do you have ones that are like bacon rashers?
No.
Oh my God, I'm sending you one of them. You have different makes. One's called Frazzles. They're like the cheaper ones. But then there's ones that you only used to be able to get in a pub, like behind the bar. You could either have bacon rashers or scampi, like prawn scampi ones. The bacon ones from the bar. Oh my God, they're the best. I remember
behind the bar, huh?
Me and Michaela went somewhere once and they sold them at a train station and we bought like 2 packets each and just sat on the platform eating them.
I want to get some original. I want to have some original fish and chips. And what was the one I always talk about? The breakfast joint.
Oh, you
What
want
is it?
a English breakfast fry up?
Yeah, I want to fry
You want a
up
fry
with
up?
the mushy peas.
Mushy peas is with fish and chips.
You get
I just want to have a big triangle of pizza the size of a baby that I've seen
oh
on.
yeah, the joint come down like that. I just had a piece of that the other day. Oh my god! And you can only get that from a mom and pop's restaurant. You can't get that from like Pizza Hut. You gotta get it from a mom and pop's.
You can't get that at all here.
So you know what we gotta do now?
What we got to do?
Our series review.
You are getting so good at this, man. Like literally.
Yepper! Series review, people.
Series.
Series for your tails.
This is when you've got nothing else to do or you've got some time to kill or you want to watch something. We give you a little series review every week. Well, I haven't got my pen. Where's my pen so I can write down the score? I'll have to remember it. Okay. This week we are reviewing LA Finest on Netflix.
Yes.
What is it about, Richard?
It's starring Gabrielle Union and
Jessica Alba.
They are 2 cops that take on the city's most dangerous criminals.
Ooh. Now, before you say anything else, I watched it because on the grapevine, I heard that it was a spin-off or they were the female version of Bad Boys, you know, the film with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. That was the only reason that made me watch it.
And that is correct. But I have to say that it was supposed to come out after Bad Boys 2 because Gabrielle Union was in that movie as Martin's sister, who Will Smith was dating at the time. But they kind of shelved it, and then I guess Netflix bought it.
Well, Bad Boys 3's come out since then.
Exactly. And I guess because Bad Boys 3 has done so well,
they thought they'd jump on the bandwagon.
And to be honest, I'm not a fan. I hate to say it.
Listen, I watched it because I love Bad Boys, the films. I love them. So I thought, yes, let's get amongst it. No, it was rubbish.
It's not a Cagney and Lacey. That's all I can say.
I thought the acting was a bit with pants, to be fair.
Well, it's a typical cop show. I mean, if it would have came out right around Bad Boys 2, it probably would have did better. I mean, it's got a second season on Netflix.
How?
So it has to be doing well.
Listen, it's not as good as the cop show The Rookie. Let's just get that out there.
The Rookie is shite.
Okay, so LA Finest, what are you giving it out of 5?
Because I like Gabrielle Union and Jessica Alba, I'm going to give it a 3.
Oh, Lord. Okay, well, I like
just because I like their chemistry. They do work well together.
Okay, I agree with that. So for that reason, I'm going to bump mine up to a 2. I was going to give it a 1, but I'm going to be extra generous.
Are you doing it because it's women?
No, I'd give it higher if they were men.
Oh, like that one Bulletproof. I love that show.
Exactly. Have we reviewed that seriously yet?
I don't think so. But I love me some.
I haven't got my pen to write it down. Okay. So yeah, that means it gets 5 out of 10. So if you literally have got nothing to do or you want background noise and you don't have to give it your full attention.
Or like my favorite saying, if you're doing laundry and you're folding clothes.
Exactly. And you just need some noise in the background.
Doing house chores and you want to stop and watch something.
Then watch LA Finest on Netflix.
LA Finest on
I
Netflix.
would like to know if anybody's watched it that actually likes it. That would be good.
Yeah, I would like to see. I would like to know if anybody actually likes LA Finest.
Now, also, I've got to mention, last Sunday we had Knox back on, and you asked him about a dance challenge he's got on one of his tracks.
Right.
I've actually found the song, so we are gonna stick to our word, and we're gonna do a dance to it, and then he's gonna do one after.
Let's bring it. I'll bring all.
So
Bring all.
you better bust out your best two-step because it's going down.
Yeah, I gotta hear it again because it kind of disappeared. But it's on TikTok, so you gotta share it with me so that
Okay.
I can save the soundbite.
Yeah, but we're only going to do it to the chorus, right? Because the whole song's on for a minute, and I can't bust a move by myself in the middle of a room with no one else for a whole minute.
Well, you know you can set the timer and cut it.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So we need to trim it to just the chorus, the juicy bit.
The juicy bit? Okay, cool. We can do that.
Yeah. Oh, and we've got Instagram Live tomorrow.
Instagram Live tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
3 p.m. his time, 8 p.m. my time. You never know. We might have a couple of people come on and have a chat with us.
Yeah, that would be nice. We might.
You can have up to 4 people on there now, but you know how we always like to talk over each other, so we best just have one person on at a time.
Just one person at a time.
Yeah.
Especially when we're talking ish.
Yeah, it's never gonna.
And that's just what we're gonna do. We're gonna straight talk ish to one another.
Yeah.
And to our subscribers.
Yes, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do, because you do not want to miss any episodes.
I did that so wrong. Stop making me laugh. I was getting ready to do it. You made me laugh. This is Self.
This is Rich.
And we are from across the pond.
Can I just say,
yes,
that has got nothing on it being done live and direct like last week.
Yeah, he did a wonderful job with our jingle. You know what I meant to ask him? Because you know he's good with that sound stuff. I was gonna see if he knew how to add it to our show. That was one of the questions. And
I put it out there saying if anybody knew how to add it. I'm still working on this whole YouTube stuff, man. It's new, but hey, we get there.
Oh, we're gonna get there. Oh, we're gonna get there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. See you on Sunday.
See you tomorrow, actually, for an Instagram Live, but never mind.
Oh yeah. See you tomorrow on Instagram.
See you tomorrow. Yep.
I might bust out the boot.
Really? The boot's gonna be dusted off. Go on with your bad self.
Why thank you.
Yep.